How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and it looks like we finally have some Starfield news. It's been a while since we've had any. We have been eagerly awaiting the whole Starfield DLC, Shattered Space, and there hasn't really been much coming out of Bethesda. Now, as you know, any information that's going to come out, if it's not remotely positively massive, it's going to get shat on all over social media. So I guess that's part of the reason now they're actually ready to start talking about it. And in a interview Todd Howard had with Xbox Era, it seems we're finally getting a bit of information, and we have quite a bit to look forward to, as the DLC is well underway and should be arriving this year. Now, for those of you that are still playing Starfield, does the prospect of the game arriving later this year appeal to you? For those of you that have stopped playing Starfield, will you be jumping back in? Let me know in the comment section below. But one thing you can be certain of is that if you want Starfield news, this is the place to be. So if you want to get that news, you should hit that like button, hit that subscribe so you don't miss any video, hit that notification bell so you get notified the moment these amazing videos go live. You can support me further if you wish to through my Patreon, YouTube membership, and of course my super thanks down below underneath the video. That's where you'll find it. Right, on with the video. So in the interview today with Xbox Era, Todd stated that Starfield's first expansion, Shattered Space, will be released in the fall of 2024. Now, it has a chance of arriving slightly sooner, but that is what they're aiming for. But if they can get it ready earlier, they are looking to push it out earlier. But fall 2024 is when that's what they're aiming for. Now, earlier this year, I heard that it had actually crept into the first quarter or the first month of 2025. It seems development must be going well in order for this to actually have come back. Now, if you remember, originally we were supposed to get the Shattered Space, or at least that's what it was presumed, in February 2024. So the fact that it went all the way back, and then the news came that it was possibly being pushed into 2025. So there's kind of some credence there where they were, from what I've heard, this is supposed to be a really meaty update, a really big one that's going to add a lot to the game. Now, the fact that they're aiming for fall 2024, this is going to come after the whole Call of Duty, so it's a perfect time to actually release this, and hopefully it does well and delivers on the stuff that the base game was actually missing or lacking, or just improves the quality of life of certain things. Like vehicle travel would be really awesome if you could actually have a bay inside your ship that you can build in order to be able to put a vehicle in to be able to travel. Stuff like that would be really nice. Now, of course, Shattered Space is included for owners of the Starfield Deluxe Edition. If you have it on Game Pass and you then bought the Deluxe upgrade, you will also get this update. It's all part of it, so you don't have to buy the base game entirely, but you do need to get the kind of deluxe upgrade or the deluxe edition of the game, and I'm sure they'll actually sell the Shattered Space DLC, if they don't already, closer to the time for you to pick it up if that is the path you want to go down. Now, from what is rumored, and it is said that the update is going to focus on the elusive House of Va'ruun. Now, little is known about House Va'ruun's organizational structure, except that as of 2330, the government is managed by the Va'ruun High Council and led by Anasco Va'ruun. The location of Va'ruun Kai, the faction's homeworld, and site of its capital of Dazra is unknown. So this is going to be really interesting because not a lot is known about this faction, and it has been kind of kept to itself. In 2230, the descendants of the Lost Colony ship, according to the wiki page, revealed themselves to the Settled Systems as House Va'ruun, a theoretic faction founded and led by Jinan Va'ruun. The ship used to make contact with the other great factions was the Morning, which served as House Va'ruun's flagship until it was decommissioned in 2299. At first, House Va'ruun established diplomatic relations with the other powers and claimed to only want to spread the message of the Great Serpent. Now, we know that the Great Serpent is part of the whole image of House Va'ruun. In 2240, it says, however, Jinan declared an all-out war on the rest of human civilization following the Colony War. It became the third faction to ratify the armistice, but then withdrew into isolation, and as we've already known, no one really knows where they are, where their base is, where their faction's homeworld is. Pretty much, nothing about this faction is known to the widespread world, so this is going to be interesting to see exactly where this actually is going to go, what developments it's going to have, what impacts it will have to the story. Hopefully it will have an impact and take the things in a certain direction, but time will tell. Now, one of the big things that came out from this interview was the possibility of a new graphic mode on consoles. Now, obviously, we only have one preset that's only available, and that is at 30 FPS. So we could potentially be seeing a different preset, maybe at 40 FPS to get that VRR enabled, or maybe a completely uncapped, an unrestricted FPS version that will allow it to just play the way it is, and if it hits 60, it hits 60. Or maybe they're going to add a performance mode to try and actually capitalize and try and make it hit that 60. Either way, if they don't do it, the modders will do it eventually when the creation kit is released for Starfield anyway. So one way or the other, it's going to get there. It just depends whether Bethesda want to spearhead this and take the win, or let other people do it and just let them take credit. Now, Todd teased that a new update for the base game will be announced later this week, so I suspect Thursday or Friday is when we're probably going to hear it, stating it had updates for the game's shipbuilding mechanics. Now, maybe this could be something that's gonna be the preemptive stuff, like a cargo bay for the vehicle, so you can actually put your vehicle in so you can ride it around. That would be kind of cool, but this could really be anything, big or small. They did say it's a smaller update, so we'll see what it is. Todd Howard ended by saying Starfield is a new beginning, not only for Bethesda, but for Xbox as a whole, with excellent writing, stunning graphics, and thrilling gameplay to make the galaxy yours to explore, shape, and live in. It is a wondrous tapestry to experience your story in a way that only the best have done before. Now, clearly you can see when he says this is a new beginning, he's looking at this from a long-term perspective. Starfield launched the way it did, and it kind of gives me flashbacks to the whole Fallout 76, where he said it's not about how it releases, but where it ends. People will remember where it ends. As long as it's good and gets better, people will remember that. And I'm kind of getting that same vibe here. Starfield launched in a pretty good state, but as the updates keep coming and the DLCs keep coming, as it expands and gets bigger and the creation kit eventually will land, even though there's no actual release date for it yet, the game will only improve and get better. But this also means that coming this June, the Xbox Showcase, Starfield Shattered Space has a massive, monumentous chance of actually appearing there. In fact, I would say quite comfortably that I would almost 99.9% guarantee that it's going to be there. I can't imagine, after the fact that they've made these statements, that the game is landing in fall, so giving people an early peek of what the update is. We're getting more information with a smaller update later this week, so a June showcase reveal does seem extremely likely now on the cards, and I for one can't wait for the June showcase because this is going to be massive. You let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that discussion. Do you think that this is going to be the expansion that people have been waiting for? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Let's have that discussion, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button if you've made it this far. Hit that subscribe. You're coming back, right? You're enjoying the content. Hit that subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, and I will see you later on tonight for the actual stream. Until then, remain legend.